Yeah, kindly start by liking our video, subscribing to the YouTube farming channel. Yeah, I'm making myself presentable for my chicken because I'm a poultry farmer as we get into today's video. Yeah, yeah, poultry farmers are always presentable like that. Yeah, and this is so good. Always make sure you look presentable when you're in the farm. Yeah. Hi there, welcome yet to another video of the NutriFarm Farming channel. My good name is Jacinta from the NutriFarm, and I am a poultry farmer, and I do it for business. Yeah, I am one of those people who are doing poultry farming for business. Yeah, and I don't know if the background noise is disturbing. I hope we all get to communicate to each other. And in today's video, I wanted to share with you how I have managed to have a profitable poultry farm. And this is my first batch in poultry farming, and I have made it profitable using some of the points that I'm going to share with you. And poultry farming is something that I wouldn't call it passion. I started doing it for business, mainly for business, no passion, zero passion. But with the time I'm developing passion. But before I got into poultry farming, I happened to visit so many farms, so many farmers, and in my previous place of work, I used to communicate with people who do poultry farming or people who have ever do poultry farming, and they used to tell me that the main challenges is diseases and feeds, and sometimes market, but market is not, they couldn't mention about the market too much. What they were mentioning to me is that poultry farming, you have to deal with diseases every day, food feeds, low quality feeds. Yeah, and before I got into poultry farming, I did a lot of research. I hope you're still hearing me. I did a lot of research on how you can manage a profitable farm, and I decided to start with only 200 birds. Then as time goes, we are going to improve our stocks according to our ability and according to the knowledge that we are gaining. And with this first batch, I can say that I am clapping for myself every day because I have successfully raised my first batch. With other farmers, I've heard them say that they have made a lot of losses in poultry farming. Lots of losses in poultry farming. And today I want to share you the points, the things that you can do in your farm, and you are not going to occur any losses in your farm. And you can call it a disease-free farm. And when the farm is disease-free, that means nothing. You are that unstoppable poultry farmer. Yeah. Let's dig into it. What I did, I came up with the points myself, and what I have been doing in the farm, I came up with the points and I wrote them down in my status. I'm about to forget. In the status I am that I'm about to forget, so I wrote. And I want you to take this point very, very, very seriously as a poultry farming or as an ongoing poultry farming or a starter poultry farming. First of all, before bringing in your chicks, you have to, there's those precautions like get the vaccinated birds. Get vaccinated bird. Get birds from this company that vaccinate their bird. Yeah, my bird are from the Kenchik, and I'm 100% sure they vaccinate their bird. You leaks that one should be number one step. And if you have skipped that, make sure the next time you go to get a batch, you get vaccinated birds. Yeah, before the bird comes, that one is the first point. You get the vaccinated bird before the bird comes in the farm. Disinfect your chicken coop. Yeah, before the bird comes. I'm talking now before the bird comes. First of all, the bird have to be vaccinated. The second is before they come, you must disinfect your chicken coop before they come. Yeah. And before the bird comes, still get quality feeds before the bird comes. It's not like get quality feeds or mix your own feed before the bird comes. The other thing, make sure you vaccinate your birds and follow the vaccination schedule. I know every poultry farmer know about the vaccinations that you're supposed to vaccinate your bird. Everyone knows, every farmer knows. And when you choose to ignore that, that one is a very, very big mistake. So make sure you vaccinate your bird and you follow the schedule. You know, from the vaccine to the last dose of the vaccine. Make sure you do that. The other thing, if you have the ability to mix your own food in your farm. Yeah, mix your own feeds in the farm. Get the formula, buy the formula, or just formulate your own food. I have talked about the formula of layers, and I still continue talking about the other formula in poultry. But it is advisable you make your own feed when you are doing commercial poultry farming, because at some point, even the company that make the most quality, the highest quality feeds, at some point they lack the raw material, or they have shortage of raw material, or they receive low quality material, and they will still make feed that will not, at some point you will get disappointed. So make your own food. The other thing, you see my chicken coop, they are cages. These cages, I'll be telling you how I customize. I'll be doing a video on how I customized my own cages, because these birds, they are very heavy, and I figured out if I get fabricated cages, they will not last long. So I decided to make my own cages. And if by now, maybe in future, like if you don't have a lot of space, it is advisable you create cages. But if you have a lot of space, the deep litter system needs you to have space, and I mean space. Need you to have a lot of space, the deep litter, and on the floor there is the recommended inches of droppings that you should add before bringing in the chicks. Yeah, there's a way that you can manage the deep litter system and it will work. But if you do cages, 50% of the problems that comes with poultry farming is half solved. Like in my farm, there are zero diseases, and we have zero diseases. So avoid deep litter system, and if not, make sure you have enough space for the deep litter, and make sure it is always dry. The deep litter should always be dry. Yeah, these are very, very, very simple things. I hope you are noting somewhere. The other thing is that you should raise your own feeders and triggers. Yeah, in my case, you can see they are feeding from outside, so there is no way the waste is going to come into the food. And the water, I have raised my drinking water point, and the same thing should happen if you are in a deep litter system. That is where the diseases usually start, because you have not raised your feeders or the drinking areas. Yeah, sometimes you find the chicken have messed up with the drinking water, and they still continue drinking it, because chicken only have two sense of mind. they don't operate very well. They still continue drinking the dirty water. Yeah, the other thing, you should boost the immune system of your birds. Even if they are not unwell, make sure you keep boosting their immune system. And how could you do that? You could do that by making sure you give them natural antibiotics. Once in a while, you give them natural antibiotics. Once in a while, like me, for me, I give Alvela. Sometimes I give, what do you call it, Turmeric. Sometimes I give turmeric. Sometimes I just give them natural antibiotic just to boost their immune system. Yeah, and that should be it. Yeah, the other one, you should be able to study the behavior of your birds. Yeah, you should be able to study the behavior. It is very easy to tell when a chicken is not feeling well. You are going to find all the others are busy feeding, and there is one that is not even active. That one should tell you that that bird is not feeling well, and you should study the behavior of the birds. I'm going to also make a video on how to study the behavior of the bird and how to identify a sick bird in your farm very, very fast. Mostly it is not usually active, it is seated at the corner. Yeah, you should be able to study the behavior of your birds, the eating orders. Yeah, and if you get suspicious, just remove that one bird and observe it from another area. Yeah, you should quarantine the bird if you see a bird, if you spot a bird that is not active, immediately quarantine it. You know what farmers do? You ignore, you keep ignoring signs, you keep ignoring. The other one, you should check the droppings of your chickens every day. I mean it. Check the droppings. The normal dropping should be black and white, and it should not be watery, yellowish, greenish. And if you notice any abnormal droppings, that should tell you something is wrong with my chickens. Something is wrong with my chickens. Even the most common disease in the farm that we experience, the coccidiosis, because it is the most common. Chicken droppings usually contain the blood, and you should always check the droppings of your birds. Yeah. And the last thing that you should do, I hope you have noted of the points, because they are very, very important when it comes to poultry farming. Have you seen me mention that you should keep a lot of money in the bank for you to have a profitable farm? No, but I am talking about very, very genuine things. Very, very, very genuine. The last thing is biosecurity. Yeah, minimize visitors. As you can see in my farm, I'm the only one who enters in this farm. I don't allow people to just come in and out, in and out. No. Biosecurity. And also, in that case of biosecurity, make sure there's no spaces where you can be having predators or things entering in your farm. And you should also prevent very hot temperatures, extreme wind, leaking roofs, and wild bird access. I have noticed some birds have been entering in very, very small birds. I don't know whether they can bring disease, but I also try to prevent them from getting in my farm. Yeah, that is it for a very healthy. For a very healthy. Those are some of the things that I make sure I keep on tips when it comes to poultry farming. And that is, there's no any other thing that you're supposed to do to have a profitable farm. Yeah, I know there is a lot to talk about, to learn. And if you think you have any other point that you can tell us in the comment section. But those are the things that I do here in the Nutri Farm to make sure that the farm is profitable, yeah, no losses, and to make sure that my birds are always laying very, very sweet eggs. You can see my eggs are very big and healthy. Yeah, you can see the sizes, they are very big and healthy. And I can say for the very first time in life, I am making money from my comfort zone, because in all my other life experiences I have, it has been up and down. I don't know whether you know the feeling of going to work and making money that is not enough. Yeah, but I feel like poultry farming should be. Imagine, I can't even meet the orders that I get here in the farm. I don't even meet the halfway of the orders that I receive here in the farm. Yeah, but there are some other things that I do in the farm, like farming maize to subsidize my own feed, to improve the profitability of the farm. Yeah, and also we are going to discuss that. What we have discussed today is the main things that you should consider in your farm to keep a profitable poultry farm. That is it for today. Thank you for watching, and until the next video, bye bye. Make sure you subscribe.